and welcome to Joanne's Healing Within. I am Joanne Andrew Barry Cologne, your certified personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, mother, wife, and I'm here to help you transform into your best life. I'd like to take a moment to remind you to share, like, and comment today's show, and also like to introduce our sponsors for today, as I have a list of them, so it's going to be a little while. We have our Good Chi Feng Shui LLC, great time of year to feng shui your office space and your home. And as I always like to say, as we feng shui the external part of us, whether it's your home or your office, you're also going to be feng shuiing your energy as well, because when we feng shui, clear the energy from around us, it helps us to realign the energy within us. And then we have Sherry Simpson, who is one of our guests for today. She's our transformational life coach. She's going to help you transform, clear out what doesn't serve you, what no longer is aligned with your energy at this present moment, to help you align to what is within your energy at this moment. Then we have Nick Rafter. Nick Rafter is our real estate agent. He's going to help you find that perfect home or apartment now that you've cleared your energy and you've had your office space and home space feng shuied. What's better than that? Getting a new home or a new apartment. And we also have our City of Light Sanctuary, where at this present time they are asking for donations to help them to build a new location, a new space, so they can do more healing work to serve their community. We will give you more information regarding to how you can send those donations out, so feel free to stay throughout the whole show to get that information. I'd also like to set the energy for today with our cosmic energy forecast reading, in reference to helping you to align your energy, reset your energy, raise your vibration, and even gain some clarity. And those of you who are interested in receiving your own one-on-one chakra balance, numerology, cosmic energy forecast reading, I'm available for that. So all you'd have to do is reach out to me. And I always like phone calls, so you can reach directly to me at 646-236-9155. So, as I'm shaking up the cards, I'd like you to just take a minute just to take a breath in. Take a nice deep breath, clear your energy, put your feet on the floor, get connected to the earth. Breathe in again, take a nice deep breath out. And now just allow yourself to maybe sit in silence and maybe ask a question that you need some clarity on. And while doing so, just feel your energy shifting so you can realign your energy. Then feel your energy vibrating, as that is the energy within realigning itself. Okay, I'm going to shuffle the cards one more time and see what information we have. What's showing up for today? What do we all need to know for today? All right, I always love to show the cards. And I do always love when the cards show upside down, as the message is empowering, important, and someone in the audience and viewers need to hear this today. As mentioned, the card is upside down, and the card's message is transformation. What an awesome card to get for today. We have a lot of energy going on in our cosmic world right now. We just recently came from a full moon. We have our 3D energy going into 5D energy, and there's just a lot of stuff going on with our planets right now. And whether you're aware of it or not, we are all shifting. Every one of us are shifting. We are leaving things behind that no longer serves us, and we're moving into a space that does serve us. And sometimes that can get a little bit of confusing. It can be a little scary. It can be a little bit overwhelming, especially when things are going on and you're just not really sure what exactly is going on. Well, that's called your transformation. When people, things, and whatever else have you start to just sort of disappear, that's usually an indication that you're done with that. They're done. You don't need that particular situation in your experience anymore, because you've grown from it. You've learned what you needed to learn from that experience, and now it's time to move on from it. That does not necessarily mean that thing or person isn't going to return down the road, because maybe you will transform and your paths will realign again, where you need to work with each other again. But always know that when things go away, know that that space is going to be refilled with something that serves you on a much higher level. So do not panic if you happen to notice that a close friend of yours and you are not connecting anymore, or all of a sudden you went to work one day and your boss sits you down and has a conversation with you and says, "We no longer need you." Don't get upset about it, because that's actually an opportunity. And maybe you weren't aware that that was going to take place. So yes, you're going to be in panic mode, but use that time to breathe. Use that time to reevaluate your life and ask yourself at this very moment, what is it that really serves me? What is it that makes me feel good? What is it that makes me smile? What is it that's going to help me get up each and every day and want to go out my door and fill myself with joy? That's your transformation. So do not fret the things that are just falling out of your life, because there's going to be plenty of space there, and the universe will bring things back, bring things in to fill that space that has become available to you. So that's your transformation. Now we have the chakra here, which is the yellow, which is all about your solar plex. And I love the fact that the yellow shows up here as your solar plex, because again, as we mentioned with the transformation, yes, the first thing that's going to come up when you do have unexpected changes occurring in your life is worry, doubt, even fear. Now, fear is connected to the root chakra. So when the process of transformation is occurring, I highly recommend that you put your feet flat on the floor and get yourself grounded so you can stay focused on what it is that is about to occur in your path. And let go of like, how's this going to happen? When it's going to happen, and why is this happening to me? And step into the approach of, what am I supposed to learn from this experience? And I'm ready for it. And trust, which is the solar plex. Trust the process. Trust that whatever is going on in your path at this present time, you're exactly where you need to be. And as long as you have that faith and that trust, everything will unfold exactly how it needs to, and for the better. Now let's move into the numerology. That's the 1 and 8 energy. 1 is all about your new beginnings, new door openings. So when we go through a transformation, that's exactly what that's going to be, new opportunities. Now let's just take a step for a minute in reference to our transformation and also your personal energy. Depending on what your personal energy is for this year will determine where that transformation is going to occur in your life. And how you can determine that is just take the month that you're born in, the day you're born on, and the current year, and add those numbers together. And if it happens to be a double digit, take it down to a single digit. And whatever that number equals to gives you an indication of what the energy is that you need to know. So very quickly, I'm just going to run through all 9 numbers. 1 is about new beginnings. 2 is about partnerships. 3 is about communicating. 4 is about finding stabilization in your mind, body, and spirit. 5 is getting your freedom and changing something. 6 is healing yourself, so a lot of health. 7 is reflecting, analyzing, sitting quietly. 8 is abundance, and 9 leads you into your transformation. So wherever you sit in those 9 energies will give you an idea of where you are. That 8 is your abundance, as we mentioned. So when we go into the number together, which is 1 and 8, is your 9 energy. So it's a transformation. What are you willing to let go of? What are you looking to declutter? What are you looking to transform from? So you can step into this new version of yourself and open up space for whatever serves your higher self. That's our card for today. And again, for any of you who are interested in getting your own one-on-one reading, because you may have a question, especially about what I just talked about that 1 to 9 energy, where do you sit, what's in store for you, and how can you sort of work with that energy so you can be in the right path, so you can be in the perfect alignment to receive all that there is for you. All you have to do is reach out, 646-236-9155. Again, share, like, and comment. We're going to be taking a quick break, and when we come back, I'll have my first guest.
I'm Nick Rafter, founder and owner of Nick Rafter Real Estate. If you've ever bought, sold, or rented a home in the New York area, you know how difficult a process that can be. But that's where I come in. With years of experience and knowledge of the New York rental and sales market, I can help you navigate the difficult process of renting, selling, or buying a home. Let me help you find the place to be. Here in New York, the best place to be.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne Sealing Within. If you're just tuning in, remember to share, like, and comment. And for those of you who are just tuning in, we just had a whole conversation about the energy, and our energy for today is transformation and trusting your faith and just letting go of the things that no longer serve you. So I have my guest today coming in from Skype. Hopefully she'll be on with us shortly. And until she gets on, let's just chat about those numbers we were talking about before. Just again, for those of you who are just joining us now, from 1 to 9, what that actually means for you. That's your personal energy for this year. Your personal energy, and that energy changes every year based on the year itself. But I just want to dive into something that might be a little easier for me to go over right now based on time and when my guest shows up, is the energy of the year, which is 2019. That's a 3 energy, and that energy is all about what you are creating, what you are communicating, and what you are manifesting. So it's really a year of manifestation and allowing yourself to communicate what it is you truly desire to have in your path, and also what it is you're going to be communicating with your community, because especially right now with the energy we are in, this is really a time for you to step up onto your platform and share all that you have to offer as a healer or as a hairdresser or as a photographer or whatever your purpose is. And understanding that your purpose does not necessarily need to be in the healing realm. Your purpose is anything that makes you happy, that fulfills your heart, that gives you sole purpose of being here on earth, that you're really getting up every morning to feeling excited about it and uplifted. That is what we call a purpose. And with that purpose, with the energy of this year, it's all about how are you communicating that, and what are you creating? What new things are, what new developments are occurring in that purpose? Because after all, as we are here on earth, we are here to grow every year. We are not here to be in the same platform year after year after year. We're supposed to grow. And sometimes that can be a little scary and prevents us from growing. So we stay in the same spot for a really long time. So I'm here to encourage and support you to take that step to allow yourself to grow into something of the uncomfortability, because when we are uncomfortable is when we actually grow, and that's huge, and that's important to our spiritual growth, and it's also important for your community, because as you're growing, you're providing more services to your community that they really need. And that's important. So that's that 3 energy of 2019, and every year it changes. As we move into 2020, we'll be moving into a 4 energy. And I promise you, I will be speaking about that 4 energy very soon, because I like to get you prepared so you're not learning about it as we move into January 2020. I like to get you prepared so you can start writing out your goals for what that energy is for you. And we'll have a whole segment about it one day soon, so you're prepared for it. And that you can actually set the goals and see things through and even visualize whatever those goals are. So, my guest is here yet?
Hi, Joanne.
All right. How are you, Sherry?
I am well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So here we have Sherry, our transformational life coach. Now, Sherry, just out of curiosity, because I was watching a live video you did the other day, and I noticed that when you introduced yourself, you had a different title. Have you changed your title?
Yes, I have. I was just listening to you pull that card and talk about change and going into things that are uncomfortable. So yes, I was doing transformational life coaching for individuals, but I was coming across a lot of individuals who are running businesses, and they've been running businesses in a way that they can't scale them. So I've shifted myself to help these business owners. So now I'm calling myself an intuitive business guide.
All right, well, I'm going to have to take a note, because when I talk about you week to week, I have to make sure I have the right title for you now.
Thank you.
Yes. So being that you're in that new title, tell us a little bit about that. Let the viewers know what that actually means.
Absolutely. So you know that I do intuitive work and I help people tap into their intuition. So I've been finding a lot of entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, business owners who have this model where they're charging by the hour, and then they max out on the number of people they can help and the number of transformation, or the amount of transformation they can help those people with. So what I want to help people do, what I'm doing now, is helping people to create what I call a signature offer. You may describe it also as a premium offer, so that 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 offer more deeply provides amazing results or an outcome for less people, so you can help in a really more deep and intimate way. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it definitely does. It definitely does. Now, I'm going to just sort of piggyback on some of the questions that you had sent me for our discussion for today, in reference to how do you determine what clients to either work with or to get your clients? How do you determine that?
Absolutely. So for myself, I am looking for people who are ready to scale. I'm looking for people who are ready to work with people more deeply and intimately. That might not be the same for all business owners, but I believe that I can help people create and sell a package that is more deep and intimate for the people they really want to help. So I know some business owners say, I used to work as a massage therapist. So as a massage therapist, I would have clients I loved, and I would have clients that I was like, please don't book again. Please don't book again. And so the ones that I really love, I'm trying to attract those ones in to help them more deeply solve a bigger problem.
Interesting. Now, when working with your clients, especially business clients, who are you're helping them develop their personal business, and they come to you in regards to they're not really quite sure what type of clientele they're looking for. How do you help them to define that?
It's a really good question, and that's like the very first session I would have with people. So some of the questions I might ask is, out of the clients that you've had, how many of them have you loved? And the ones that you've loved, what extra problems have they had? Because as a massage therapist, I would come across people who had issues with their digestion and their gut. And so if I was a massage therapist who knew how to handle that, then I would create a gut program. Does that make sense?
Oh, that definitely makes sense. And actually, you answered my second question, because I was going to say, when you have someone who's looking to design their business in reference to designing the packages accordingly, I mean, that's as you just did, you answered in reference to what their specific issue is how you can design the package.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily what the issue is, it's the result that you believe you can provide. So then you get out of this dollar per hour mentality and paradigm in a business, and you allow yourself to create results and a bigger outcome for people. And that's more deep and more intimate, and can have bigger limiting beliefs and blocks and things like that you're helping them to move through.
Interesting. Like, for example, many years, I've always had clients say to me, as a personal trainer, well, how long will it take me to get to my results? So in reference to something like that, I would assume at that point it's not so much about how long it will take them, because depending on the work they're putting into it and the package that they take from me will then determine, do I have that right?
I would say it depends, because some people will actually reach it more quickly because they have less blocks and limits. So when they go home, if they have issues emotionally, they may be eating a ton of ice cream, or getting into like eating pizza every day or whatever it is, and they're not actually going to reach their goals because they're self-sabotaging in some way.
Love that word, and I think a lot of us do that.
Absolutely. So we want to get to the root cause of why they're self-sabotaging, so we can actually handle that, and then the outcome that they want comes more quickly.
Exactly. Excellent. Now, in reference to one of your other questions in regards to where does your ideal clients hang out? Like, how can one determine that?
Well, it's really interesting, because some people might say, oh, they're on Instagram, or oh, they're on Facebook, or oh, they're on LinkedIn. But the way that you determine it is to decide which platform, or where, even if it's in person, where you prefer to hang out. And when you are there, you sort of hone in your messaging so that you're repelling everyone except for the people you want to work with.
Interesting. And I love your last question in reference to how do you determine the prices? So in regards to someone having their own business, healing business, whatever it may not, what advice would you give them in reference to determining their prices?
Well, I would say start at the bottom line of $2,500 for an 8-week package. If you can't figure out what to offer that is that valuable, then you need to go back to the drawing board and figure that out, because there are coaches around the world selling packages for $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $25,000, and people are lined up to buy these packages. So it's possible. So you want to find some result that you can create, and then you have to work through all those niggly limiting beliefs that says, like, I can't do that, other people can, but I can't. So you sort of work through the process of what to offer and how you offer it.
And how did you come up with the number 2,500?
$2,500 is just a good amount, in my opinion, for the amount of transformation that you will help someone with over 8 weeks. And over 8 weeks, your package compared to somebody else's package or the clients that I work with might be really different, because you might want, 6 10-minute calls with me a week in order to solve problems as they come, and other people might need 2 full hours in order to solve those problems. So it's not necessarily something that's like cookie cutter, which is why I like to call it a signature program, because your signature is unique. So you're uniquely creating something that is going to serve all of them as they come in.
Interesting, interesting. I'm just going to ask the viewers just to grab their notebook for a minute, because we're going to give a little tip for them to take home. So if they haven't pulled out their notebook and pen, to do so. And Sherry, if you can share a take home for them, a tip that all businesses, whether they're healers, massage therapists, whatever it might be, if you can share a tip for them so they can actually implement this into their lifestyle right now, what would that tip be?
Absolutely. So for me, it is to know that you have something valuable to offer, and to know that there is something that you can create that is worth $2,500 or more. And so the tip would be to write down a list of all of the things that you like to do, and the people you like to work with, and then write down a different list of all of the people who've come to you with weird and different problems that you've had a solution for, even if you haven't actually helped them, and then see if you can merge together the list of people with the different problems to find this signature offer.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
And then on top of that, what I would also say is, once you've done that brain dump, then you tap into your intuition. Then you connect to higher self and figure out if higher self is in alignment with any of those mental things that you wrote on the list. And then you find this perfect offer.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes, I had an opportunity to work with Sherry yesterday on some of what we were just talking about. And with that being said, I know there's probably going to be a handful of healers out there that may have some clearing to do themselves, because when we think about that $2,500 in reference to an 8-week course, as you mentioned, it's feeling worthy enough to charge that much. So again, with that being said, Sherry, share information to how they can reach you along with the viewers.
Absolutely. So I love helping people get through those limiting beliefs and blocks, and that's definitely something that I do with you. So you can reach me at Sherry, SHERRI, at
Much, Sherry, for sharing all your insight and inspiration. And I'm sure your phone's going to be ringing off the hook, if not just from the viewers, but from healers too, because we're stepping into that space of uncomfortability. But
absolutely,
it's a good space to step into, because we are all energetically in that space of transforming and stepping up our game. So I think it's a good time to bring up what you just spoke about. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You have a blessed day.
You too.
We're going to be taking a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I'm going to bring to you my next guest. We'll be right back.
Experience Feng Shui interior design for your home or office. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC can transform your home or workspace, no matter how large or small, into a harmonious, rejuvenated environment. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC. Call or email to schedule an appointment for a consultation today.
Those dark nights of the soul, they suck. But anyway, we come out of them, and I'm going to share with you what mine look like and the tools I use to stay grounded, centered, and really present no matter what's going on around me. Don't forget to tune in, Strong Island TV with Joanne Angel Barry Cologne's show.
Hi there, my name is Sherry Simpson. I am a transformational life coach. I healed an autoimmune disease of the thyroid called Graves' disease, and I like to help people heal themselves now. I did this completely naturally using many methods, and I believe connecting into my spirituality really had a huge impact for me. So I like to help people get to the root cause of issues And I do that by allowing you to tap into your higher self and by asking your subconscious and your higher self questions about what it is that you need to do to heal. So I look forward to connecting with you soon. Namaste.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. If you're just tuning in, remember to share, like, and comment. And you may have to go and watch this on a replay at some point or the YouTube video, because we've shared a lot of information about transformations and just stepping up your game and moving into the space of living into a higher space of vibration is what we were focusing on today. So my next guest, which I'm excited to have, she's been here before. She's a former client of mine, but we always sort of reconnect at one point or another. Nicole, welcome.
Hi, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. You are such an inspiration.
Thank you.
You know, you really are. In fact, I was just sitting quietly last night saying, I think I want to have a show on different people that have come into my life who inspire me. And I was like, I'm going to have to bring Nicole on for that show, because you are truly an inspiration with all of what you do. Physically, emotionally, spiritually. I've just watched you grow. You know, like the other day when I saw your live video, I was like, whoa, awesome. So in regards to why you're here, okay, to start off with, you're with I think it's called the Foundation, the City of Light Sanctuary. Is that what we're calling it? A foundation, or your yoga studio? What exactly is that? Tell us about that.
So I am a student of Yoga Shakti Yoga Center in Ozone Park, Queens. They are located right near the JFK airport, so pretty close to Long Island. We're the oldest and largest yoga center in Queens. There are 2 studios with yoga classes going on all week long. So why this place is so special is it's been around for 35 years and it serves the community with affordable yoga for everyone.
Nice.
It's not cookie cutter yoga. We teach who's in front of us. So in any given class, you will have an experienced yoga teacher, a novice who's never been there before, children, adults, old, young, big, small, everybody in between. So it's really wonderful.
Nice.
And the message really is to be your best self. It's always about promoting your best self, not to try to become what that yoga center stands for or what their philosophy is. It's about peeling away all of the layers of stuff that gets in the way.
Nice, nice. Yeah. Now, you're obviously a certified yoga practitioner.
Yeah.
Now, did your studio, were you certified through them?
Yes.
So they do training there? Tell us about that.
Yeah. So Yoga Shakti Yoga Center opened up in 1980.
Wow.
They started a yoga teacher training program in 1998. And since then, they have graduated 300 of the most highly trained yoga teachers in the area.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And you're one of them.
I'm one of them.
Yes, you're one of them. Yeah. And she's fabulous.
Thank you.
Yes, she is fabulous. Now, in reference to, talk to me about the retreat that's coming up, because I know that's a big thing for you right now.
Yeah.
You know, again, you know, as my inspiration, I mean, you're one of the 2 people who are hosting this event?
There's 3 of us.
Oh, there's 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm co-hosting my first retreat up in Ellenville at the City of Light Sanctuary, which is a property that is owned by the Yoga Shakti Yoga Center. It was purchased over 10 years ago, and it has developed. Basically, it's a retreat space for the yoga community and anyone else to come up there during the summer months.
Nice.
It's 48 acres of land. We have an outside yoga pad, a pavilion in the forest, and a running brook in the property, in addition to other things. But it's a really gorgeous property, and they are working on building an additional building.
So there's a building there already, and you want to build a second one. Okay.
They're looking to build a bigger building so that so that other people can rent the space to hold their own retreats there.
Nice, nice, excellent. Now tell us about what's taking place on this retreat.
Oh, so this retreat is the art of self-transformation. It's about giving people tools that they can use on a daily basis for themselves, to have small rituals to keep them kind of focused on doing their work. It's not just about going to a retreat, going home, and then forgetting everything you just did, or going to class once a week and then going home and forgetting everything.
Yes.
So they'll actually be able to go home with specific things, even if it's just one thing that they learn every day, you could be brushing your teeth and be doing that in a mindful way, which is doing it in a way that you're realizing that this is a loving action that I'm doing for myself.
Exactly.
And that can transform the act of brushing your teeth. It sounds very silly, but it's really not.
But it's not silly. And it's, as funny as it is, as silly as it might sound, I mean, when we're brushing our teeth, it's amazing on where your thoughts go if you're not mindful.
Correct.
So it's really a good point to bring out, like when you're brushing your teeth, to focus in on something that's more positive.
Yeah.
As opposed to thinking of Lord knows what you're thinking about when you're brushing your teeth.
We could just be grateful for our teeth. I mean,
exactly.
Look at what our teeth do. We don't even think about the teeth.
Exactly.
Cleaning the teeth, you're taking the plaque off. It's good for your heart. There's like a billion ways we can go with
and
that.
I mean, even with your teeth, I mean, we just want to talk about teeth. I mean, our teeth is the source of our balance.
True.
And
the bones.
Yeah. So yes. So in reference, if I remember correctly, when I was looking at the flyer, you're going to have certain events or certain classes taking place at the retreat.
Yeah. So there'll be gentle yoga.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be meditation, and then there'll be a segment on self-love techniques. And we'll have a person there that's also going to be cooking vegetarian meals.
Nice.
So everything's kind of included.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, is this a retreat specifically for someone who is looking to move into the realm of becoming a yoga practitioner, or is this retreat for anybody who's just looking to sort of find their place in this world, so to speak, or just someone who just wants to go to a retreat, go to the retreat?
I think all of the above.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good for everyone, and I just find that in today's day, so many people are stressed out and they don't even know what they're looking for. They don't know what they need to kind of come back to a place of that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's on autopilot, everyone's just rushing around, and people are just dissatisfied in general.
Yes.
And I think just doing simple things, getting out in nature for even overnight, walking on the ground.
Yes.
Changing your surroundings and just learning very simple things. It's not like some woo-woo stuff. It's just very simple, basic things that they're going to go home and they're going to feel more connected to themselves and think about their lives maybe in a different way.
Exactly. And it's interesting that you say about being more connected with themselves, because as we mentioned, I mean, there are so many people out there who are disconnected. They're disconnected with others, and they don't understand why they're so disconnected with others. And the reality is you're disconnected with others because there's a good possibility you're disconnected with yourself.
Right.
If you can't connect with you, how do you connect with others?
Yes.
Yes. Now, I see you have 2 books here. What are the 2 books about?
I just brought them. So the Yoga Center, as I said, it's been around since 1980. And the woman who founded the Yoga Center was one of the first pioneering, especially since she's a woman, to bring yoga to the States. And she wrote these books. So this is Yoga Syzygy.
Okay.
And it's a whole book on everything involving yoga.
Wow.
All different practices and techniques
Nice.
of cleansing and balancing and meditation and all different things. And we also have it in Spanish.
Oh,
so
lovely.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a lovely community. There's so much to do there, and it really is a very diverse community, especially in the location. It's kind of like a melting pot, and it's just so it's something for everybody there.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. Now, as I mentioned in my intro, the sanctuary is looking for donations to help build this building.
Yes.
Who do they contact to give the donations, and where do they send the donations?
Okay. So you can go to www.cityoflightsanctuary.org, and there is a button on the website to make a donation. And it'll give you the history about the property, so you kind of get an understanding of why this space is so special. And anyone's welcome to come up for the day. There's retreats going on all summer long. You can go, also the Yoga Center on Facebook. It's Yoga Shakti Yoga Center, and also on Instagram. We're on Instagram. So you can find out about the yoga classes that are ongoing. You can come and hang out and see what's going on there. It's a great community, and we have boards that tell you about all the events that are going on all year round. Also, before I forget, September is Yoga Month, so we're offering 2 free weeks.
Nice.
If you sign up for the month, you get 2 free weeks in September, and Yoga Day is September 29th, And that is one whole full day where there'll be free yoga classes going on all day. They offer a meditation and some food and some giveaways and raffles at the door, yeah.
Nice, nice. And if you don't mind just sharing with the viewers a little history about you as a yoga practitioner, to why you went into yoga as a practitioner, but the history about you, which is what inspires me to be, about you.
Yeah. So I've been practicing yoga for about 25 years on and off. And I somehow came upon, I met Moksha Priya at a yoga center, and I continued to follow her around, and I had no idea that she had this yoga center on the south side of Queens, which was the opposite direction from where I lived in. And I started going there, and then I met the community, and again, on and off for many, many years. So every once in a while, she would approach me and she'd say, "Did you ever think about taking a yoga teacher training?" And I was like, absolutely not. So if you don't know me, I have a physical limitation. I have cerebral palsy. So for me to even think about being a yoga teacher, it's like, no. But she kept at me every once in a while. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I should try it. Because I had no interest in actually becoming a yoga teacher, but I just wanted to take the yoga teacher training for myself to increase my knowledge of yoga in general. And then what usually happens with people is once they do take the yoga teacher training, they end up teaching.
Yes.
So I am a teacher. I teach several classes a week. My niche is working with people who actually feel uncomfortable going to yoga classes, because typically in a lot of yoga centers, there's this perfect idea of what a yoga teacher is and what we're supposed to look like. So I teach people who prefer to have classes in their homes, so a bunch of people will get together, and I do. So it's kind of a private, not really, but kind of. Like
Thank you for sharing that. And if you don't mind sharing with the viewers how they can contact you for those private lessons.
Yes, I do have a website. It's NicoleAdamonis.com.
Okay, that was simple and quick. All right, so with that being said, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I'm going to be giving Nicole in short, a cosmic energy forecast reading. We'll be right back.
Experience Feng Shui interior design for your home or office. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC can transform your home or workspace, no matter how large or small, into a harmonious, rejuvenated environment. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC. Call or email to schedule an appointment for a consultation today.
I'm Nick Rafter, founder and owner of Nick Rafter Real Estate. If you've ever bought, sold, or rented a home in the New York area, you know how difficult a process that can be. But that's where I come in. With years of experience and knowledge of the New York rental and sales market, I can help you navigate the difficult process of renting, selling, or buying a home. Let me help you find the place to be. Here in New York, the best place to be.
That's right.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. And if you're just tuning in, remember to share, like, and comment. And you'll have to go back and watch the YouTube video because we've shared a lot of information, so much to share. I can't even repeat it all because it's that much. But I just want to repeat one thing we did share, which was the key word for today is transformation. Transforming from who you were to who you are and stepping into a higher platform, stepping into uncomfortability so you can actually grow. Because when we stay comfortable, we don't grow. With that being said, I'm going to hand the cards over to Nicole. She's going to to shuffle. And as she shuffles the card, she's going to be asking a question. Now, she did inform me that she didn't really have a question that she needs guidance on. We always do, but sometimes we just can't think about it at the moment. So I suggested that she just ask the universe to just give her the guidance the universe has for her. And sometimes that's just as good. And whatever shows up for her, she's going to hand me that card, and I'm going to give her some insight. Hopefully the whole pile of cards won't land on the floor. Thank you. Whoops. Boom. All right. So, and I always like to bring to attention when the cards show up upside down, and this one is upside down. So we're going to turn it around, just so you all see, and I'm going to turn it upright. And what we have here is career change. Interesting, interesting, interesting. And what I get from this, and I don't know if Nicole even has this in her mind at this very moment, but intuitively what I'm really hearing, which is really weird, is I hear that somewhere in your path line, you're going to be the host. You're going to be doing a lot of hosting of retreats. It's like that's what your thing's going to be. And in regards to the second space that's coming in at the center, I see you doing a lot of work there. You know, so that's really where I see it now. Although it does say career change, how that indicates in, because I know you have that 9-to-5 job, and we've spoken about this a dozen times over about the, you know, in regards to a change there, you know, just letting that go over time, you know. But yes, definitely seeing that career change there for you, okay, stepping into that. And if this is something that you want to happen, because we have that power and we have free will, you know, so even though the universe might be saying this is your time to be stepping into that, you might be sitting back and saying, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to do this on a part-time level, not a full-time level. You have free will to do that. But if in fact you do want to, the chakra associated is our third eye. And I love the third eye because it gives us the opportunity to allowing us to go inward. And two things, using the lens, the third eye, as a much wider lens, you can see the bigger picture of where your path is taking you. And then the part that I love about it is that you actually get to sit quietly and create exactly what you want. And as long as there's no blockages preventing that, it will be aligned to you. So that's where your third eye comes into play. And then we have that 7. The 7 energy is all about the reflecting, you know, where you've been. You know, all that you've accomplished, where you are right now in this moment, and where you see yourself wanting to be. You know, your goals, just things that's going to take you to your next level. You know, and I think many of us have a challenging time recognizing that we're not supposed to stay where we are on a regular basis. You know, we're supposed to grow. You know, I mean, as for myself, I mean, you know, you hear people who are in their business for 17 years. It's like, oh, so in that 17-year period, what have you done in that 17 years? You know, and some people, they just have their business for 17 years. There's no growth, you know, so there's got to be some growth. And that's where that 7 energy comes in. But also perfectly aligned for what you do as a yoga practitioner, because the 7 is also about meditating, you know, sitting quietly and going inward, recognizing what how your energy is flowing for you, you know, and where in your life do you feel as though things are stagnant, you know, and if there is any stagnation, what can you do so you can release that stagnation so you can start to move forward? And that's really the energy of the 7. Does that make sense for you? You know, and I just want to see if I get any more insight in regards to any of the 3. And yeah, they're just saying just that career change, you know, moving into a different direction, more in the healing realm, you know, and I just really keep hearing about, you know, that new project that the yoga center has. You're going to be playing a huge part in that. Is that something that you feel like you want to do? You don't really know? No? Okay. When you made the decision to become one of the hosts for this retreat, was that something you knew you were going to do, or just sort of showed up on your plate? Up on you.
Yeah, that one over there.
Yes, I love when that happens. You know, because that's what you're supposed to be doing. Which I do believe by that one over there doing that, you know, encouraging you, is actually the gateway to where you're supposed to be going. You know, and I always believe that people come into your lives, you know, for this sake to help you maneuver to where you got to go. Because sometimes we can't do it by ourselves. We need that little, you know, push. So yeah, I think that's really powerful. And for those of you out there who are interested in your own reading, Again, all you got to do is reach out to me at 646-236-9155 for a one-on-one reading, and you too can receive a reading as Nicole did as well. And you don't need to have a question that you need a reading for. It could be that you're just curious to know where your path is actually going for you, which is important in regards to that. And I just want to share some tips with each and every one of you that Nicole and I will probably bounce off each other for a few minutes, but just some tips in regards to the transformation and how can you implement transformation into your life. Can you give like one example on how somebody can implement transformation into their life?
Spending 10 minutes in the morning sitting quietly.
Now, why the morning and not the afternoon or evening?
Because the energy is very still, and there's less distraction.
Nice, nice.
So that you could sit quietly, and instead of getting on your phone, getting on the TV, getting on Facebook, to breathe and connect to your breath and slow down your nervous system and have more of an intention for your day.
Nice. Setting intentions.
Setting an intention for your day.
Yes, yes. And I'm sure the viewers are like, well, what does she mean by setting an intention in their day? So what does that mean for them?
You could say something like, I will choose not to allow myself to get upset when so-and-so does X, Y, and Z. So setting that intention, even though it might not happen, it creates a seed for you to then make a decision when that thing happens again. You have an opportunity for a choice to either go the same way or possibly
Change.
not do
possibly
that.
change, yes, yes. Yes, and in reference to transformation that I like to give you a take home with, in regards to sitting in gratitude. Because when we do focus in on what we are grateful for and what we appreciate, it brings more of that into our path, and it also helps us to raise our vibration. And what tends to happen with many of us, again, in that transformational period, we do often go through, like I like to call it, chaos and darkness. And the darkness part is supposed to be. I mean, it's just a part of your journey, because if it wasn't dark or chaotic, it wouldn't cause you to like have to breathe, or for that matter, for many of you, hold your breath. And we don't want you to hold your breath, but I like you to get to that understanding that when you are in that chaotic space or in that darkness where it just feels like everything is literally falling apart, one of my favorite expressions are, when things seem like they're falling apart, they're actually falling together. And when they're falling together, it's in a space of transformation, transitioning, where you're literally letting go of the things that really no longer serve you, and then stepping into a space that does. Like, I was speaking to one of my healers this week, and we were talking about one of the programs that I used to do in the past, and I was actually thinking about wanting to bring it back. And the look that she was giving me without actually saying anything was basically like saying to me, why would you want to bring something from your past back into your present? You know, it's done. Leave it there. And I didn't look at it that way, so she did give me food for thought. And the same concept goes for each one of you. If whatever it is that's in your past, leave it there. Leave it there. Unless it's going to serve you on a higher level, and you need to evaluate, you need to really reflect, which is where that 7 energy from Nicole's card comes in, is really reflect on, does it really serve your higher purpose? If it doesn't serve your higher purpose, then leave it in your past and move forward so you can actually benefit from your transformation. And we are always in a transformation. Do you agree with that, Nicole?
Yes.
Yeah, we are always in a transformation. Yes. We never stop. Right. Transitioning is just part of what we're here on earth to do, is transforming. Now, from your personal experience, do you ever find that your transformations get easier, or do you find them to get a little more challenging?
I think it really depends. I think different years we go through different things, so some years are easier than others. So the changes that are presented to you, I just think that you have a greater responsibility as you continue to change and evolve. Then, you know, kind of the stakes get higher a little bit.
Exactly. And I'm actually hearing my mom say, to remind the viewers, to let you guys know that, no, when we speak about you're always in a transformation, it doesn't mean you're always going to be in this chaotic and dark place. I like to call it waves. You're going to ride a wave. So if many of you are riding your wave right now, know that within a couple of months, maybe by 2020, you'll start to smooth sail. But just know that once you're in that smooth sailing, eventually at some point or another, you're going to ride another wave. Now, one thing I've heard from one of my healers, when you're going through your darkness, whatever the space that you're in going through your darkness, once you've learned that lesson, you don't experience that particular lesson again. So you've moved forward. The key thing about it is learning the lesson. If something continues to happen, a pattern that continues to show up, until you learn that pattern, that will be the constant thing that will keep showing up until you learn it. So my takeaway is take notice of the patterns you do have and work on letting those patterns go so you can develop new patterns. And you do not have to retake that test again, and you can move forward on your journey. And just understand that you do have those waves. So when you are feeling in that space of happiness, joy, and excitement, and things are just moving, flowing for you, enjoy it, embrace it, but keep gratitude. And when you are in that darkness and the waves are crazy, stay with gratitude. And that's the key, gratitude and appreciation, because the more gratitude you have regarding where your path is, the more gratitude you're going to receive. Nicole, give them your information one more time before we end the show.
www.nicoleadamonis.com.
Okay. We're going to take one more commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Experience Feng Shui interior design for your home or office. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC can transform your home or workspace, no matter how large or small, into a harmonious, rejuvenated environment. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC. Call or email to schedule an appointment for a consultation today.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. If you're just tuning in, we are in our final couple of minutes left of the show, but feel free to share and like and comment. And I just want to just give some insight information. I am offering a Psychic Healer Wellness Fair on September 21st from 1 to 6 p.m. Feel free to come down to Holistic Fitness, located at 192-23 Station Road, Auburndale, Flushing, 11358. You can also call to set up your readings as we speak at 646-236-9155. And I'm also hosting a Chakra Balance Reiki Circle on September 4th, which is a Wednesday evening from 7 to 9 p.m. Everybody is welcome. In my Reiki circles, I actually teach how to do self-healing, and everyone gets to receive and give Reiki as well. It's a great way to connect with your inner self, realign your energy, and just become more aware of how to self-heal. And I'd like to also remind you as well that, again, if you'd like to stop by and take advantage of any of the services that I offer at Holistic Fitness, feel free to call as opposed to just stopping in, because I like to have the time to sit with you and spend a little time with you in regards to whatever your questions are when you stop by. So that number is 646-236-9155. But with that being said, there was a lot that we shared today, and it was an awesome show. We had awesome guests, and there's just so much going on, and my whole mission here is to bring awareness to holistic healing modalities to help you live your best life, to transform to be a better version of who you are. So if there are any modalities that you are interested in learning more about, feel free to leave those in the comments. And just one last thing to remind you on, for any of you who are healers and those of you who are looking to start your healing journey and wish to share your story, I am always looking for guests There's always guest opportunities available. All you have to do is send your bio and story to healingwithin76@gmail.com. Once I receive your bio and story, I will contact you. We will set up an appointment and get you on the show to share your modality, your story, and your transformation. So with that being said, a big shout out to Bobby for making this show happen, and also to Rudy for putting it all together in the back and towards the backstage of it all. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you next week. Blessings.